Podcasts on UNC-TV.org are made possible through the financial contributions of viewers like you, who invite you to join them in supporting UNC-TV.
Going to the hospital for treatment can be a frightening and uneasy time, especially for children. Hospitals across the state have found a way to help ease that anxiety through music therapy. Jeff Smith checked out one such program at UNC hospitals.
Children who need medical treatment sometimes have to visit the hospital for procedures to help them get better. That experience is filled with tests, unfamiliar people, and scary thoughts for the kids and their parents.
Ashley was diagnosed with stage 4 neuroblastoma back in August 27th of last year. And since then, she's gone through 6 rounds of chemotherapy. She went through a stem cell transplant, 12 days of radiation, and up to 10 different surgical procedures.
On December 30th, I was put into Moses Cone because they thought I had a heart disease called endocarditis, and then they took blood work. And on January 1st, I was brought here, and they told us that I had AML leukemia.
While these kids are fighting for their lives and getting put through the ringer of medical procedures to help them battle cancer, there's a window of happiness that appears to help them through their tough battles.
We do a lot of songwriting, we do instrument playing for emotional expression, we do music and art, we do lots of different activities just utilizing music to help them adjust and cope with their hospitalization.
Elizabeth Fawcett is the music therapist at UNC Hospital in Chapel Hill. Her days at the hospital are filled walking from patient room to patient room, trying to give them back a part of themselves that gets lost in the medical treatment otherwise.
It's just nice to see them be a kid again. So many of them are going through so much, and I look at myself and I'm like, I don't know how I would be able to deal with it. And then I see them and the spirit that they still have in them. And yeah, it's a really horrible situation, unfortunately, that they're having to go through. But to be able to make that child smile and to see them come out, I mean, it's just, they are still a kid. They have a right to play and to enjoy their childhood while they have it. And some of them, it kind of feels like they might have been taken away. They've lost that control over their life to be able to choose what they want to do. And to be able to give some of that back to them while they're here, it's really a joy for me to see.
Ashley would be in the middle of chemo feeling extremely nauseous, not feeling well at all. And Elizabeth would walk in the room with her guitar, and Ashley would get this huge smile on her face and would be so, would make her want to get out of bed and make her want to do things.
You'll see me in the pictures, so you'll show us. Oh, and see, we got our cameraman in the back too.
Ashley Burnette is now back at the hospital with her sister and friend for a follow-up treatment, which includes a little time for dancing in one of the children's play areas designed to allow young patients to remember that they are still allowed to be kids even while in a hospital setting.
It's been a hard year. It's been hard on our family. It's been hard on Ashley. However, she has a good outlook on life, and she's been able to make everything happy and pleasant. She likes to have a good time, and so being able to dance and sing and play the guitar with Elizabeth in the hospital is right up her alley. And it's been able to keep a positive outlook, which is what my goal has been as a mom, to try to keep a positive outlook and try to enjoy the ride as long as we can.
I enjoy having siblings come in and interact with us when we're doing our sessions, and parents even come if they want to. Sometimes they need a break, and I absolutely understand that, and I encourage them if they need to get out of the room for a little bit and take care of some stuff on their own. And plus, it's nice for me to see the patient individually, because they might express something to me that they're trying to protect their parents from. Some of these patients are being extremely strong because they feel like they need to be strong for their families. It's a mountain you never wanted to climb. A story that could risk your life.
Sometimes music therapy takes on a teaching and mentoring role too. Dylan Price is a 14-year-old patient from Greensboro who faced a tough battle this year against leukemia. There were hard treatments on his body and his mind, but it did not stop Dylan from pushing through it.
It wasn't all that bad. I thought it was going to be like the worst situation I could ever be in, but this hospital just has a lot of stuff for me to do, and it kind of keeps me busy and kind of keeps me focused on other things besides the fact that I was in a hospital. So it's just kind of like a second home to me.
One way Dylan pushed through his fight was by learning a new skill.
Dylan is a wonderful patient that came in, and it's definitely a rough situation for a teenager to come in here and have this kind of environment and to be taken out of what they're used to in their home life. And we had, you know, it was kind of an emotional thing, trying to figure out how to get him to express himself a little bit. And then he acknowledged that he had interest in learning the guitar. And I thought, this is wonderful, let's do this. He can beat cancer and we'll make him a guitar star.
And I would either come up here and play Music Wii with her or learn guitar, or we would just kind of sing and learn to play guitar. But she usually came to my room because I wasn't allowed to leave my room. So she would come to my room, and that was pretty nice too.
So we started just very gradually learning some basic chords and things like that, and then we started talking a little bit more about how he expresses himself and how he gets out anything he's feeling up or feeling inside. And he had written a song about a girlfriend or poem. It
helped me out a lot, and I was just so thankful for the whole recreational therapy and the music therapy. And my family helped me a lot too. And my dad actually started learning guitar again from Elizabeth. And he played guitar when he was younger, and he's actually doing really well too, and he takes lessons from the same guy. So it was a pretty big role. It helped me a lot.
I believe in you.
While all diseases and treatments are not the same, neither are the patients. Some patients are more reserved and need a way to express themselves. Like Dylan, Jenna Clark is also battling leukemia, but she's not interested in playing the guitar right now. So Elizabeth needed to find a way to get that great smile back on this young girl's face in another fashion. The answer came in music and art therapy.
Now wait a minute, I didn't give you permission to paint me.
I think it's a little bit of an outlet for her to realize that it's not all bad things during this hard journey that she's going through, and I want her to have some good memories from it with some of the people that she's met or things that she's done. And I don't want it to all be about the medicines and transfusions and hospital stays. So music therapy is definitely one that has helped her tremendously.
Well, music is universal. It doesn't matter what language you speak, it doesn't matter what religion you are, it doesn't matter where you grew up. You're gonna like music. It's just a matter of finding out what kind of music you like. And I really try to figure out if, you know, the patient likes Justin Bieber, that's great. I'm going to sing some Justin Bieber songs and we're going to do some projects around that. But then I may have a patient who grew up listening to music from the 50s and 60s with their parents that they listen to. So then it's definitely trying to find what is going to reach them, because if they don't enjoy the music, they're not going to be successful. And it's all about them being successful while they're here.
She's come to like several things about the hospital. We've been here several times, and she has come to really like a lot of the nurses and some of the therapies that she can do here.
I take it music therapy is one of them.
That is actually her favorite. She doesn't come to the playroom to play. That's not something she likes to do, but she loves to come to music therapy.
One thing to remember when you see Elizabeth or your hospital's music therapist walking through the halls with their instruments in tow, they're doing a medical treatment, even if they don't wear the lab coat or scrubs.
I go around the halls here. I mean, I'm walking around the halls with my guitar strapped on my back, and I have to watch where I go, because if I walk through the lobby to cut somewhere, then it's, oh, hey, play us a song. And I'm like, I appreciate it, and I admire everybody asking me to entertain a little bit, but it's so much more than that. I really enjoy being able to connect with these patients and to help them through their hospitalization, because nobody wants to be here. It's not a happy place to come, and they know that, but to give them something to look forward to when they come in, it's really a pleasure for me.
To learn more about music therapies for patients, contact your local hospital to see what's available.
Podcasts on UNC-TV.org are made possible through the financial contributions of viewers like you, who invite you to join them in supporting UNC-TV.